In this video, I'll talk about 5 books that I've gifted the most in my life. There are books that I read, and then there are books that I gift. And these are not two separate books, but the books that I absolutely love reading, and I find that if I gift these books to someone else, they could change their lives as well, are the books that I end up gifting. And I love gifting as a tradition. I love gifting books in general because I believe that a book, literally a book costing 200, 300, 400 rupees can change somebody's life. It's changed mine in so many ways, where I go back to the books that have deeply impacted me and have left stunned at the fact that a book written by someone random in some random universe has reached me in a way that just absolutely altered the path of what I was on. In this video, I wanted to share the top 5 books that I loved so much that they have become my most gifted books. And a happy giveaway, but for that, you will have to stick to the video. Number 1, this is my best read of 2020, and within a year, it has come to the top 5 gifted books already. It's a book that I would absolutely strongly recommend to anyone who wishes to know about money, The Psychology of Money. It's written by a great author, Morgan Housel. He's been writing incredible articles on a blog for several years, and I've been following him through that. And when he came out with the book, I was super excited. And when I read the book, I was not disappointed even one bit. This book will change the way that you look at money. It will change everything that you know about money, because it really goes into, as the book says, the psychology of it. It's not stressing upon what is money, how does money work in general, how do you invest, how do you grow, but it goes deep into why do we treat money the way that we do? What is it about money that makes it so different, so important, and so addictive? And why is it so easy to lose it or to spend it and so hard to earn it and to keep it? Brilliant, absolutely brilliant book. Strongly recommended. In within a year, my top 5 most gifted books. Number 2, the book that I believe just brought together everything that I had come to know about life. I live life not as per goals or targets. I live life not as per this is where I want to go, this is where I want to be, this is what I want to achieve. I live life according to habits. I know that if I have the right habits, then those habits will take me to completely different destinations that I couldn't even decide for myself when I started. And Atomic Habits does absolute full justice to the concept of habits. It basically delves upon what it says, atomic habits. And it goes about beautifully detailing how do you really get to this habit-forming habit. It says, people think when you want to change your life, you need to think big, which is what most of us think. But world-renowned habits expert James Clear has discovered another way. And he knows that real changes comes from the compound effect of hundreds of small decisions, which is what Atomic Habits is all about. Loved the book. In fact, this is right now my most gifted book, because so many of you write in asking about how do I make a change in my life? How do I make a change in my mindset? How do I make a change in my career? How do I make a change in the way that I think, the way that I act, the way that I deal with people? And invariably my answer is, you know what? It's a long story. Pick the book up. It will change your life. Number 3, I read it first in 2009. So it was almost 12 years or 11 years back. And I distinctly remember when I read it, it just opened my mind. Because one, the book has been written by 2 people who are very contrarian. They usually say and stand for things that most people don't. They have the courage to stand for those things, and they say it in a manner which is just so simple. The book, Rework. It's by 2 individuals, Jason Fried and DHH. They are the founders of this company called Basecamp, earlier used to call 37 Signals. And this book, if you see it, it's a very light read. It's not something that is very heavy duty. It has a lot of illustrations, a lot of nice, happy text written on it. And this book, in the simplest of words, will tell you the most powerful things that you need to know about life, about yourself, about starting up, about people. I cannot overemphasize how incredible this book is. And a lot of people who follow me regularly know that I speak about rework a lot. So they have bought it, and almost invariably every day I get an Instagram DM saying, reading this book, loving it, changing my life, thank you so much for it. And all that I say is, well, thank the person who gave this book to me, because it changed my life as well, and I'm glad that it's changing yours. There's a very special giveaway during this video that you will get to know, through which you can get a copy of one of these 5 books, absolutely free, with a handwritten note. Stay tuned. Number 4, the book that I believe is the the most powerful way of looking at life, written in a manner that's funny, provocative, written in a manner that is not usually well settling, but just in some way shakes you up in a good way, and leaves you thinking like nothing else. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a... I love the book. It's by this guy called Mark Manson. If you've read him, you know that he uses the F word as freely as one can, and he uses it with such power and such impact personally to me that I can't help but take notice. And this book is basically about how you don't have to live life the way that people prescribe. You don't have to care about everything that is happening around the world. How to not give a... It's basically saying that so many things happen in your life that are outside of your control that you have to preserve where you spend your attention. You have to preserve where you spend your energy. Don't just randomly go about distributing it to everything that happens. And then it says, and it describes, and it shows and guides us all how to do it. Brilliant read, very easy. You'll see it's a very thin book. Absolutely highly recommended. I give it to anyone that I know has a mind of a rebel, but yet haven't truly understood what it means. They have a mind of someone who is willing to take a stand outside of what the world wants, but don't entirely know how that works. Strongly, strongly recommended. And finally, a book that I think is a compilation of multiple books in one. It's a book that doesn't have a start, doesn't have a finish. What I love about it is that I can open it up to any page and draw any and every lesson that that page holds. Tools of the Titans. It's written by this guy called Tim Ferriss, who runs one of the most successful podcasts in the world, The Tim Ferriss Show, where he interviews people who have done commendably well in life, and not just a single sphere of industry, but across industries. So politicians, sports people, musicians, entrepreneurs, thinkers, academics. And what he's done is he's compiled all those conversations into a book that he rightfully calls The Tools of the Titans. Basically, what are the mannerisms, the habits, the worldviews of all the people that he has interviewed. It's a fat book, but as I said, it doesn't have to start from somewhere and end at somewhere. It's literally just picking up any page that you can, and the next thing you know is that you're reading about Brian Callen, and the next thing you know, you're reading about Andrew Zimmern, and it's just on and on. People whose names you most likely don't even know, but they've done so well in their life in that sphere that they belong to, that it just helps you to know how do they think, what is their tool. These are my top 5 gifted books. Now, if I'm creating a video on gifted books, it will be such an irony if I don't gift these books. So that is the giveaway. I'm going to give away 3 copies each of these 5 books. So a total of 15 copies, absolutely free of cost, with a handwritten note from my side. All you need to do is to comment right now on the video, say which book do you want and why. And one randomly selected individual will be then chosen and given this book. As I said, 3 copies each of these 5 books. So total of 15 giveaways coming to you. All that you need to do is just comment and let me know why you want the book that you want. I hope you loved this video as much as I enjoyed making it. God bless. Keep reading. This is Ankur Warikoo signing off.
अभी के अभी इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करिए ताकि अगर कोई भी नया वीडियो आए आपको उसके बारे में पता चले.